is making the rounds on social media. My name is Elizabeth Musa, and of course, joining me as always is
Onyeka Valentine.
Let's get into the conversation today. The United States President Donald Trump has thrown harsh words at London's Mayor Sadiq Khan, calling him a, quote, nasty person who has done a terrible job. Now, this comment came during a press conference at Trump's Turnberry Golf Resort in Scotland, where Trump, who has been at odds with Khan for years over immigration, terrorism, policies, and crime in London, reignited their feud by saying Khan has made the city unsafe and turned London into a mess. This isn't their first fight. Back in 2019, Trump called Khan a stone-cold loser. Mind you, these are quotes. And Khan fired back by accusing Trump of racism and hate speech. At the press conference, UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer looked a bit uncomfortable before stepping in to defend Khan. He called Khan a friend of mine and said London is thriving under his leadership. Khan's spokesperson also clapped back. So this was back and forth, saying Trump should come to London to, quote again, see how our diversity makes us stronger, and making it clear that the mayor isn't bothered by the insult. So you see a lot of back and forth going on between Sadiq Khan and US President Donald Trump and the mayor of London. But let's see some of the reactions on social media, then I'll get your reaction to this conversation. I just want to know if you think that this is just another round in their long-running fight, or if these words, change how the UK welcomes, the United States president during the visit. But let's see some of the reactions on social media. Yeah. Firstly, Paladri says, no other leader would stare people in the face and call them liars like Trump does. Most of them do it behind their back, but that's not Trump. He's going to tell you exactly what he thinks of you. Let's see more reactions. Paul A. Cispo says, London can only start to heal when Sadiq Khan is no longer in power. President Trump throwing shade on him can help make that happen. Interesting remark there. Let's see if we have more reactions to the story. The Great India V says, Trump's blunt jab at Sadiq Khan is nasty during a July 2025 press conference with Starmer was bold. Starmer defended his friend, but the feud's history shows no signs of cooling. Those are the reactions on social media. That's as much as we can take. But, firstly, your thought. Do you think this is just another round? You know how you're fighting. Oh, round one, round two, round three, final round. Or do you think that this is something that could have, far-reaching effect?
A far more weight. Okay, so, again, it is no news that Donald Trump has been known to be upfront and personal. If he doesn't like you, he will tell you the way it is. So that is out of the table, right? So we're not surprised. Matter of fact, if he hadn't attacked him that way, we didn't be surprised. What's happening? It's not Donald Trump that we know, in their British accent. But the fact that he threw a jab at him, gives us content to talk about. So that I'm not worried about. What I'm worried about is, with everything being said back and forth, truth be told, London is still safer than the regular New York City.
Really?
Let's be honest. If you look at it, the amount of drug addicts on the streets, some certain areas, you see them sleeping under the bridges. And so, under bridges. So the question now is, before you begin to point finger at a city mayor, as the case may be, and say city is not working, why not look back home and ask yourself a question? Have you dealt with the issue of riots going on? People not liking the way that you're handling the country? Have you dealt with that issue first? I mean, it is only, for me, a double standard when you come out to talk about cities and you jobs up. When your own city is even more on fire. Truth be told, the amount of people who are dying from drug abuse on the streets of America, I can tell you, record has shown that we have more people dying from fentanyl, drug abuse, even with this massive deportation. Now, this is not in no way me trying to throw the United States under the bus. I'm just trying to draw some comparison here. When you are a leader of a country, whatever you say is no longer personal. It represents the country as a whole. And so it's good enough to see that, Starmer could come in here and say he's his friend. That's on a personal level. We're not worried about whether they're friends or not. The thing is London going to be safer? Haven't said what he has said. Haven't Donald Trump said what he has said? If London's going to be safer, if we're going to have less people being, stabbed to death, because London is notorious for that, if what he has said will curb the activities and make the mayor work harder to make it safer, good and fine. But whether or not that jab was personal, he doesn't like him, we are not even surprised. This is Donald Trump for you. Donald Trump comes into any room, any conversation, well armed with fiery words, whether or not you like it. At the end of the day, he'll tell you sorry, but not even using the word sorry. Come from different angle. So this is his person. What will change? Do you think diplomatic ties will change within the United States and America? I don't think so. They are one and the same, really. And that's one and the same, really. They are what holds them together is stronger than what can ever divide them. So
I would be shocked to hear what President Donald Trump will have to say to you when he meets you.
Honestly speaking, if I ever had a chance to meet Donald Trump, I would be shocked. I will have one particular question, which is, please, where do you get your energy from?
It's inborn. Energy like that, you can't ask. It's Abinibi. It's inborn.
And I think we should have what they call Trump 101 in university. So study how to be like Trump.
Why would you want to be like But let's come back home. Let's bring it to Lagos, where people are getting ready for days of on and off power supply. Now, the Transmission Company of Nigeria has announced a 25-day maintenance project on the Omotosho Ikeja West Transmission Line starting July 28th, which is just about this is starting today.
Yep.
The work will run daily from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And while TCN says power will be restored each evening, distribution companies like Ikeja Electric and Eco Electricity Distribution Company are already warning customers to expect disruptions and load shedding. Now, this project involves installing new fiber cables to help modernize the power grid and improve reliability in the long run. Well, Nigerians, Lagosians were bracing up because, firstly, we don't even have enough money to buy fuel. So now you're hearing of power cuts. So I think the good side of it is, just know you're going to work, and the disruption time, obviously, it's in the evening, and then you'll be back home. So you might still be able to enjoy electricity.
I think we should give them some kudos. If there's anything, I will explain. I know a lot of people might come for me. This is on social media, but let's be honest. If you want service, uninterrupted power supply,
you have to be ready for a little bit of discomfort.
Discomfort. And like President Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, he said, look, if you want to enjoy omelette, you must prepare for the air.
Absolutely.
That's a fact. But again, I've just said something mainly in favor of, Ikeja Electric, distribution company and all that stuff. But let us now call a spade a spade. Address the elephant in the room. If after they take their time and they do this maintenance, afterwards, and then they experience issues again, then there'll be questions asked. And those questions will not come in a friendly way.
But hopefully hopefully that everything works out just fine. 25 days is a short time. You blink and it's 25 days. You blink. We started out the month of July. We blink, it's already 28th. Like so
it's done.
It's just a few days.
There's something that we're not even seeing. It is good that at least now we can have what we call, heads up. Before now, we never used to have heads up.
You just start hearing it, and then you're not even sure. That's so true. You now think, I hear that they are doing something. TCN is doing something. You'll be hearing from insiders, and you can't even verify it. Word of mouth.
But it came out now, and they made it publication.
So you are aware and you're preparing.
Good. And there's something that's working in this country. I'm pleased to see that. Look, no machine can work 24 hours. At some point, you need overhauling. It will need maintenance.
Yes,
everything
needs maintenance.
Even a human being, you have to go and leave at some point in time.
Exactly.
You can't work perpetually.
365 days.
You know what I mean? So I think it's a good thing. They don't have to wait. And again, I must give a round of applause. Why? Because I think the engineers, they understand that, look, if this equipment or whatever it is that is running and generating supply of power and distribution, if it's overburdened, it can break down. So they say, look, instead of waiting till that time, let us not do the regular Nigerian thing. right?
Let's do what needs to be done
So I
before
think it
anything
is
happens.
welcome.
Right.
Just a bit of little discomfort, but let us endure it
and hope that things turn out
Exactly,
better. But let's see
exactly,
some of the reactions on social media. Our social media viewers might have something else to say. Who knows? It's always interesting. So Taiwo says, imagine what will happen to many businesses under the 25-day,
emotions are kicking.
those that are even surviving based on the little light they see to manage their incomes, which possibly could cause increase in price of service if it solely depends on generator, which may not come down again. Yeah, I see the point there. In terms of you go on generator for that period, and then you have to increase. Whenever things go up in Nigeria, it's hard for it to come back. So if it goes up, you say, yeah, my pay one shake, 25 days, something. That's why it's sold at 3,000, something that probably was 2,000. It's going to be hard. The things, so what goes up in Nigeria does not come down. But let's see what David MC1788056 for interesting says. You are cutting off supply during working hours in a country where gas fuel is expensive. So businesses struggling will have to look for money to be able to run their activities. What stops them from doing maintenance at night from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m.? So, you will still complain that at night when people are resting, where you need lights, where you need your fan, where you need your AC, where you need, oh my God. One thing with leadership, you can't please everybody. It says in Nigeria, we don't have 24 hours business or factories. So why not run the maintenance at night? Another angle there from David. Let's see if we have more reactions to this story. Rocky says this maintenance is crucial for long-term reliability, but 25 days of partial outages starting today is tough for Lagos businesses and households. That's how Rocky feels about this story. But you just see the interesting comment, different angles. The one talking about the fact that why do we have to do 25 days the maintenance, the one talking about the fact that if you have to do this, you should do it in the evening.
What if actually it's supposed to last for 2 months and they try to say, look, let us mitigate everything and push it down to 25 days?
Another angle.
Does he have an idea or not? What if the maintenance was supposed to last for 6 months? No, let us do 25 days because people are going to go through a lot. I mean, again, if you look at it, he said that businesses in the morning, people come home in the evening, and so they're giving you like 6 to 11. You should at least say, wait a minute, give and take. During the morning hours, if those who is prepared, your units will not run, really, because you're not going to use the power. And so, all in all, right, maintenance is very important. You cannot run a particular machine or equipment 24/7. It will break down. And when it breaks down, at that time, they will probably have no light for 2-3 months, running in a stretch. That will not be a case of you saying you're waiting till it's an emergency. So I think what they're doing is commendable, knowing that they've run their diagnosis and realized, look, let's not wait till it's an emergency.
And this is a good time for those who make use of solar power.
Of course. Oh, no. I didn't even see that part.
Again,
yes, I mean, for people who are into the business of alternative power supply, that's the time when they want to kick in. But 25 days is a short time.
You can take advantage if you take advantage of opportunity. Right. 2 days.
Right. And make some money from it.
Make some. But anyway, that's where we leave it this morning on the social listening segment. We hope you enjoyed it, from Sadiq Khan, United States, and President Trump, back and forth to TCN. Anyway, our advice for everyone is try to make the most of this period. Like, no complaint. Let's just hope, and we're hoping for a better Lagos, better Nigeria. So let's just hope and support our government. Understand a little bit of discomfort is good for growth.
Do you think Donald Trump want to push Starmer to deport that guy?
I didn't see that. I really don't. You never can tell when it comes to. It's unpredictable. He's a very unpredictable person. So I can't even say
even though he's not the president of. Well, he's the United States, but he's so into deportation that he might deport this guy.
He's so into deportation. That's his favorite punishment. Deport him. How dare he do that? Anyway, we have to go now on the social listening segment here today on the BDTV Breakfast Show. My name is Elizabeth Musa.
I am Onya Cavallo.